Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It's Tuesday today. We had a holiday here in Canada yesterday. It was our Thanksgiving. Um, a holiday that I'm not all that attached to. I think, as I shared with you last week, it's not a holiday we grew up with in the UK. So, um, we didn't spend it as a complete family, which kind of upset me initially, but you know what? I guess it all worked out. We'll talk more about that after I share the bag with you. So, this is another bag that was in the bag of bags that I had that I wasn't sure what I was going to do with. So, it is a very simple, super soft little red kind of saddlebag style. This strap drop is 28.5 inches. I'm going to shorten it just because it's going to make it really difficult for me to show the bag to you with such a long strap. So it is adjustable, which is awesome. You can make it whatever size you want. Now, this little bag has not a lot going on necessarily, but it has a real kind of saddlebag look in that it is much wider on the bottom than the gusset is on the top. So there is some inconsistency in color. I don't even know if it's really going to show up all that much. Maybe on the back it will. This indent, you can kind of see it here, is just representative of the pocket that's inside. It's just kind of making a bit of a groove in the back. So it's a nice deep pocket. I don't know that it's meant for a phone just because it is huge. Beautiful raw leather inside. Now, the brand is Jean-Louis Fourré. It's all, some of it's in French, so I'm going to naively presume that it is French. Now, I've done a little bit of research. The brand does have a website and their items are listed in euros. So I would say that, coupled with that, it's a pretty safe bet to say that this is a French made piece of vintage history. So, the gusset is nice and wide, and there is a very kind of curvy F on here to represent the last name of the maker. Zipper compartment on the back, and there is a little bit of inconsistency in the color, and there is a little bit of a kind of groove where that pocket is on the inside, but it is on the back. So it is going to sit beautifully on your hip. It's just a really, really nice color. And it is so soft. I'm not sure. It might even be lambskin, which I know all of you out there that don't like leather and whatnot. Chances are you're probably not watching my video, because why would you if you don't like leather? But you know, reuse and use every part of what we use for other things. You know, lamb is part of our food cycle, and the hides, you know, let's use them. So, and plus this is vintage. I'm going to say, I've just said this is pre-2003. My feeling is it's probably an 80s bag, but I'm not 100% sure. That pouch inside just kind of threw me a little bit. And there's even a little grommet if you wanted to hook some keys or something on there. So it's a bit of a daily driver for sure. The color is fantastic as we go into, you know, the late fall and into the winter months. This is just going to add a little pop of color to a brown coat, a black coat, a gray coat, a blue coat. It's a really nice deep red. We call it, it's winter red is what it's routinely called. So that is today's bag. And there are pictures online to the best of my ability to show some of the inconsistencies in the color. Yeah, not really even being able to see much of that here. So anyway, there you go. Oh, my phone's blowing up. The mechanic's phoning me. Pius is phoning me. But I'm not answering because if I answer, then I got to start all over again. And I don't want to do that. So, leather bag lady weather report. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. So you better believe there will be some deck time today. And talking about gorgeous, it was so beautiful yesterday that we actually went out on the bike. We ended up going to Tilsonburg to bring some turkey dinner to Pius's daughter, who was unable to join us on Sunday because the little one was not well at all. So it just ended up being my mom, my dad, myself, Pius, and the two kids. And you know what? It was wonderful. We had a great time. It wasn't as stressful as I thought it was going to be. Probably if the original numbers were there, it would have been a little bit too stressful for me. But I had invited my sister and she had initially said yes. And then I guess the family had a bit more of a conversation about it and decided they wanted to have their own Thanksgiving at my sister's house. Her boys have got girlfriends now, and I guess maybe they wanted it in their own home. I get it, but I was really pissed off. I really was, because it was my first Thanksgiving with Pius, and I never host anything because A, I am absolutely crap at it, and B, I'm never in a space that's big enough to host. So when I decided that I was going to offer to do it, I was so excited to do it. And anyway, whatever. It's done and dusted now. Next year we'll be back in this little shack and there will be no hosted nothing here. So that was their one opportunity to get me to cook for them. Because it probably won't happen again. But anyway, it was what it was. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And what did we do Saturday? What did we do Saturday? Oh, Saturday morning I went to my mom's and she helped me make potato croquettes. And then Saturday night we just stayed home and had a couple glasses of something, and I cooked. We got the turkey ready and I recooked the potato croquettes. They weren't quite crispy enough for me, so I redid them. And they ended up turning out fantastically. And we just stayed home. We didn't really do much. Pius was up early on Saturday morning to go and babysit his granddaughter. He was up at 5:30. So, because she wasn't feeling well, somebody needed to step in because mom and dad were working. So, yeah, it was a great weekend. We always have such amazing weekends. So, no complaints there. And now it's back to the grind. So the bag has been listed. I got a couple of new bags on Friday, I believe. So, and I found another bag of bags in the shed because I was looking for my jumper cables this morning because my little car wouldn't start. And I got the blue car back and then I had to take it back. Oh my goodness me. It's just been a shit show with these cars. But you know what? I haven't really spent a lot of money over the last couple of years. So I guess I'm due. But it still stings. If you're car owners out there, you know that it stings when repairs are required. But anyway, that's it from me today. I want to get my tushy out there. The mechanic has called and Pius has called while I've been talking to you. So God knows what that's all about. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.